what I just got done were these are the pieces that finish off the headliner in the rear corner. I just had to, we're using Landau foam. It's closed cell foam. It's more like sculpting foam. You can shape and finish out your imperfections. And so what I did, you have to scuff it down lightly before you glue it. Then you apply your glue, put it to your panel, cut out your perimeter, and then just like wherever your high spots are at, just lightly sand her down, make it smooth, and it should turn out pretty good when you're all done.
I just shaped the foam where I met them up here on the edge. This is the driver's side quarter. Just about ready to sew it up and form it on here.
I agree with you. These fenders are different because they're shorter up front. And look at this. This is tight up against the rack. You don't think? You want to measure wheelbases? That's probably the best one.
I was always told the 41 frame was different.
41 Mercury frame.
No, 41 Ford frame. Look up all your charts in there.
Okay. 41 to 48 Ford frames.
Frame.
Are they the same? Oh, there we go. Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Here, put your little dollar aside and take that, sonny boy.
42 to 48 frame rails will be coming soon. He's showing them different.
Who is?
Lobeck on his, he's saying
Barry
it's a
doesn't know what
42
he's doing
to
anymore.
48.
Call him up and ask him why he doesn't list the 41.
There's something with either the frame rail width in the front or something. I can't remember what it was. I know the mounting of the sheet metal is different. Mounting, you know that V-bar that holds the whole sheet metal on? That's 4 inches further forward on a 41 than it is on a 42.
So that would make that cross member that it sits on.
That's what I said. He saw you can just drill holes anywhere you want them. You make it all work.
Hey, this is Mike at Blades Rod Shop, and we're working on a 41 Ford convertible. And we're kind of looking for a chassis for it, and we want to know if the 46 to 48 ones you guys build will work. No, it will. Totally different. What's different?
Tell me what's...
The 41 chassis all by itself? Because I got this boss that won't believe me of this, so I want to be able to, you know, tell him a couple things. Bob, you were right. He says they're totally ass different, so will not work. He's tried it and they won't work. So Brian was wrong, Pap was right. Collect your 20 bucks.
Totally different.
What's totally different?
He said, you bring me your 41 frame, I'll put it beside a 48 frame and show you all the differences. I said, well, hell, we can do that here.
You talked to Barry.
No, he did. So, want to put that 20 in the lunch
I
stand?
buy every day, don't I? So you buy today and I'll pay.
Trying to do is you weigh who's doing it, and then you figure out, it's probably the best he can do.
And I think right there and right there, we got good. And this side's very nice. Right here. We just put a little foul across here. I don't think we should move it back any further.
You go from this all the way over to here, and look at this over to here to here.
Yeah.
It's like the hood needs to, but it's on it, right?
Yeah, because we
Okay, so
got
you
the
have to
front
put-
where we like it.
The hood line and the body line don't meet, so we end up having to trim parts of the back of the hood off to make sure that it fits flush. Also, that there's an even gap all the way across there. You done yet? Nope. Is that a Taj Mahal? Build the Taj Mahal? No? Looks good though.
Yeah, fucking.
Because what?
It looks decent out here. But
You gonna louver that so it goes faster. You gonna put louvers in that?
see, that's the whole point, to keep the air up here, not louver it through.
It's the hood hinge mechanism. It allows the hood to open from one side or the other, or completely take the hood off.
There's something in here, and it's something that's a plate that goes in here and then it bolts to here. You know how the other stuff staples onto here or screws on with the new stuff? See this back here? There's bolt holes back here for this to sit in. 1936 Ford repair truck. Somebody did a nice repair on this. Obviously this doesn't belong in there. But why is one longer than another? I don't understand what you mean you can't split it down the middle.
You either have to drill a hole in here, which ruins this one, or because you can't cut this one.
Why don't you plunge cut it? Take the saw and lay the blade up on top and plunge it straight down into the wood. Yeah, it's a grain match. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's when this piece here looks like a different piece of wood.
That's what I said. I didn't want that to happen. I wish
This
you would have
is
said
cool
something.
here.
If you told me it could, well, yeah, that's going to be great, but this is going to be a different, and it's going to notice it. So let's go to Plan B. Look, it looks like Christmas. He's putting a bicycle together, aren't you?
Right now I'm just trying to get this contour out of the transmission tunnel. That way I can weld it together and make it one piece instead of two originally.
Guys make way too much noise.
He got his Mickey Mouse ears on.
I got my ears on. Breaker one. I look like a blonde bear.
With his little mouse ears. I got a pair of them too. They're orange.
You should wear these all the time.
Earrings.
That way I won't hear anything they say. You want a what? A raise? Did you say a raise?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, big fat one. Read my lips. A big fat one.
I bet you I could put a hardwood floor in my house faster than it's taking this guy's 2 days to put the planks in the back of his house. You meet my apprentice? What he does is get in my way. I don't know what he was hired for. Okay, you're gonna have to guide me in from up top there, sir. I can't see. I can't reach it. So how the hell am I gonna guide you in? You'd think it was this way, but it's not.
What does that mean?
Just like a glove. I don't know whose glove, Herman Munster's glove, but it's like a glove.
It would fit a lot better if you had to push that piece of material off.
Carl, is it time for him to leave?
I told him that an hour ago.
Well, we had some of the old pieces to let us know how it went back together. Remember, this car was tore apart back in 1978. So a lot of this stuff, my dad has a hell of a memory, but you know, remember 30 years ago is a little difficult at this point in time.
Beautiful thing when it happens.
Easy. Got 3 more.
Somebody needs to get him out of here.
What we're doing is just making sure that we understand how everything's supposed to go back together and getting it installed. But you know, it's factory reproduction, so it should slide right in there. It's just realizing how it's actually supposed to go in. Remember, there's no instruction books given with these cars, so it's kind of, you got to figure it out yourself.
Well, how would you like your breast cut? Your chicken breast. I gotta notch the bottom of this dash to get this
Air conditioning unit in there.
Come on, Tony, get it done.
I'm getting it done.
So, which way does it have to go? That way?
No, you're good. Yeah, right there. Maybe go right into that.
Yeah, we can take that bolt out.
Yep.
Where's there a screw hole? I don't know, but that ain't long enough to get to anything. Anyway, we can bang dangle a twisty thingy in there. Why don't you give that a twist, man?
This may not work.
Then again, it might.
There's a
Any different way.
There's another nutsert in here,
That's what I'm saying.
and I'm going to make a bracket that comes from here right to it, so it'll.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it won't rattle. I gotta make sure the radio fits. It looks like it's gonna fit to me.
So what you end up doing is, like I said, just notching this out a little bit here.
Just open up a slit for the air to blow out. Is that the defroster hole there?
I got it.
We could put them 6 screws in the back there to the
Actually, that was already cut out for the...
center, big center. That would probably...
No, it's not. That's gonna get sealed by the windshield that comes up. You understand?
Right.
So you're gonna have to notch it here and over there. And there's little plates that I have that you can put on there. But I would prefer not to. I would actually, I'll be honest with you,
Nice chrome or stainless plate.
I have the stainless plates. Just hold that right in place.
Triangular shaped metal that would aim this way and attach it from the underneath. Put tabs on the inside and then just paint them too. Stick them on.
5/16, 3/8, something like that. You gotta get enough so it blows them, you know what I mean? You try to blow it out of an 1/8 hole, which
Yeah, but if you had 3 dozen of them right there.
I don't think so. Just, yeah, that's fine. You can put little holes, you know, we'll look at it.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
To the guy least.
How's it going?
All right.
Same old?
No, not the same old. A little different.
That's good. Hello.
To the face. I don't know if I remember the name.
All of your employees do.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, ain't this the Look, she never dressed like this when she came down
Oh,
here.
come on.
Because she'd get sexually harassed. Now we can't get in trouble for it.
What are you doing?
Mike needs some tickets.
She's selling me some tickets. No, I have questions on
What
car
are
He
you
things.
emails
doing?
me like every other day.
Okay,
Car
what
thing.
are you doing?
What?
Where are you working? And what are you doing for them?
Wholesale parts.
Oh,
Coordinator.
She goes.
so you're at selling.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
When you go with a cloth material versus a leather interior, now obviously you're going to get a lot of more of sound absorption, and I think it's really, really quiet. He took the time necessary to put insulation in it and all that before we actually started, so it'll look good. We're moving right along with it. It actually looks really good. I've kind of let the guys do it this time. Kind of gave them some ideas and walked away, and they've really taken the ball and run with it. So looks real good, and hopefully it'll be done here very shortly, and we'll get it back to them. You know, when you align those hoods, you know, we ended up having to basically mask off a line where we felt that the body or the gap on the hood it should be. So what Rob and I did was just basically took some blue tape, pinstriping tape and just basically drew a consistent line across the hood itself so it would have an even gap. And right now what we're doing is putting the wood back in and using some stainless strips, it's scuff strips, so that the wood doesn't get all marred if we slide something across the back floor. So, and it's tedious work because it is stainless steel, it is heavy metal, and it's hard to cut, hard to bend, or hard to manipulate into the areas you need it. So, but they're coming along real well with that, and once that's done, we're going to put some caps on the end so that it actually finishes off the bed in the back. As far as the interior itself, yeah, it's due to go back into the trim shop to let them. They've got most of the panels cut for the front, but the back really hasn't had a design to it yet. So that's what we're working on now. I think we've mentioned it on the show before that this was an actual Ohio Bell telephone truck. So the interior never, or excuse me, the inside of the car never really had a physical interior to it. It was actually wood. And so now what we're trying to do is adapt or modify a custom now interior, cloth interior into the car, you know, for sound absorption and things of that nature. The 32's parts they've come in are basically the stainless front axle, the stainless front brake system, and SoCal has come out with a new hot rod looking kit, and it's really cool. It's the 39 Lincoln brake covers that are covering up a complete disc assembly underneath. So it really looks like a traditional drum brake system, but it's actually disc brakes underneath of it. Plus they make a dummy cover that'll go over a standard 9-inch Ford rear end that'll slide on the back that'll make it look like stock 39 Lincoln brake system. So it's slick. But the problem being is you know, if you go with those old 39 Lincoln brakes, you better have a hell of a lot of stopping distance, because if you don't, you're going to be crashing into something. So it actually encompasses a complete Wilwood braking system inside the drum itself. So it's pretty cool. You know, when you style a car, or where you're in the process of styling a car, it's always difficult to match up themes. With this vehicle, the customer wanted, the wife wanted, Lois wanted a traditional looking street rod. She wanted something that looked antique. So we're trying to develop that theme for her on the outside. David, on the other hand, wanted that hot rod feel. So we're going to put that on the inside of the car. And what I mean by the inside of the car, not only the interior, but the drivetrain and so forth and so on. So, and that you'll see in upcoming shows here. So, but it's really something, it's neat. When you design a car, is to come up with a theme that flows. And I've seen in a lot of instances over the years of doing this is where you can see that the project took a long time, because things that were popular in the 70s and 80s, you could see that or 90s, or even the early millennium here, you could see that those concepts were being incorporated in the car. And if the car took more than maybe 5 or 6 years to build, you can see a transition from one styling to another. And you can definitely tell how long the car took. So that's one thing here is we want to make sure that, you know, because we build a car in 3 to 6 months, it's very simple to go with a style or a theme and stick with it. I was very unaware that the cameras were rolling when I committed myself to a bet. But yes, I did bet a monetary sum of $20 to my father, who basically said that a 41 frame was different than a 41 to 48 or 42 to 48 frame. Needless to say, I lost the bet. It's always fun, him and I having those challenges. Not only does it, you know, is it fun, but it also gets that creative juices going. You know, most guys are history buffs on, well, I should say most guys. A lot of people are history buffs on, you know, wars or just history in general, you know, the medieval ages or whatever. We're history buffs on cars, and the transition from one styling to another, or from one year to another, what the changes were, and you really got to be up on that stuff, and apparently I wasn't in this case. I think the next time that I make a bet with him, I'm going to have the answer before I do it.
What do I say about it? Well, as you all know, we recently had our open house. Had a great time. Jimmy seemed to leave every year, leave something here that he shouldn't. Last year he left his Bonneville 200 Mile an Hour Club jacket here. This year he left his souvenir, his pig's head. And so we just had it signed by our shop here, and we're gonna get it mailed off to him. And that is a real tattoo on a dead pig's head.